Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So I'm getting my glasses right now so I can start this reading for all of you. So we should do some stretches. Just loosen ourselves up, our shoulders, our back, our waist, our neck, and do your breathing. So I'm going to begin by talking about miracles now. The card we have is, whenever I compare myself to others, I simply say this prayer: the light I see in them is a reflection of my inner light. I kind of feel like comparing myself to others. I like to be around people who have an equal amount of intelligence and maturity. And I understand that people are still growing. We're all growing. We're all learning. But I kind of shy away from people who are not energetically connecting with me in a positive way. So when you compare yourself to others, do you say this prayer: the light I see in them is a reflection of my inner light? Okay? So I would say those are people that you love and care about, and they're important to you. So you want to reflect that back to them and let them know that they are loved and they are needed. They are needed in this world. And I have this flash on, but let me try to turn that off. I kind of believe that your inner light, it's, they light your light up, right? When you're around people that you love and care about, it's a good feeling. So, all right. So moving forward, if someone has a different opinion on what that means, please feel free to comment. So I want to thank all of you who have joined me from the beginning to now. Thank you so much for being a big support. Please continue to view my postings if you feel called to it, as well as making the comments, the sharing, the liking. Okay, and all who have given me Cash App donations, thank you so much. And I want to thank God for the opportunity to read for all of you. Okay, so I pre-pulled everything, so maybe the reading will go a little faster. I can't really post the actual songs. I don't know what it is. It has to do something with monetizing, and I don't want to get kicked off the channel. So they kind of sent me a message about that, saying it's monetized, and I don't know. It was a weird message, but anywho, let's get to the lyrics. The song is If Everyone Cared. And I want the lyrics so I can read it to you. It says, from underneath the trees we'd watch the sky, confusing stars for satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are. We're here tonight, singing Amen, I'm alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we'd see the day when nobody died. And I'm singing, Amen, Amen, I'm alive. And in the air, the fireflies, our only light in paradise, will show the world they were wrong. and teach them all to sing along, singing, Amen, I'm alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we'd see the day when nobody died. And as we lie beneath the stars, we realize how small we are. If they could love like you and me, imagine what the world could be. And it goes into the main words. Okay, so then it says, we'd see the day when nobody died. We'd see the day when nobody died. We'd see the day when nobody died. So that was the song. So that is, if everyone cared, I know that. So feel free to put that on and listen to it. Hopefully you'll enjoy the song. Alright, so next, I pulled some cards out of my box. Success comes in many forms. Recognize what God gives you. Right? The success of working a full day and making it home safe. Success of providing for your family. The success of going out and doing things you love to do. The success and working on yourself, becoming the best version of you. Success, even I was married twice and they didn't make it. But I don't feel like it was failed. Many people might look at it that way, but it was a success that we both were in it. And I don't know about my first husband. I think he really still loves me. But I don't have that kind of love for him. And he's actually remarried, which makes it sound weird that I would say that. But he was following me on my Facebook, which I found really irregular. Anyways, my second husband, I think we love each other, but it's in a different way. I think he's moving on and he's trying to make his life work, what's best for him, and he has a good support system. So, we didn't leave hating each other. I didn't leave my first husband hating him. He hated me. I just was ready for it to be over. Anyway, so the success, what is success? It comes in many forms, right? Maybe you're planning on taking your girl out to dinner and you're trying to figure out what places you want to take her or what movie do you want to take her to see, and you want to plan everything out and you want it to be so perfect. Well, maybe you stumble and fall a little bit during the date. But the success is you got to spend time with someone you want to get to know. You got to spend time with someone you care about. You got to learn more about that person. Like, am I ready to invest? But, because it's just a date, right? But there's success if you just recognize it, okay? True forgiveness, acceptance of an authentic apology, and proud of your person coming in to have a honest communication with you. Next one is against all odds. God will pull you through when you have a pure heart and pure intentions. And the last one is they can't be you, no matter how hard they try. So, we have all these people who love you but hate you. They love things about you, but they don't have whatever it is that they are loving about you. So if they don't control that feeling, and if they don't judge themselves too hard, because you might have something they don't have. They're judging themselves too hard, which turns them to hate you. So it's a love and hate. They love the things you do. They love the clothes you wear. They love the way your eyebrows look. They love the way you smell. They love all kinds of stuff about you. But then if they look on the inside, if they look in the mirror and they don't see those qualities that they wish they had, it does turn into hate and envy, which causes people to manipulate you behind the scenes, to say that you're false, to say that, your booty's not that big, or your chest isn't that big, or they might judge you from your previous relationships, Oh, that's the only kind of person that she can have, is that's the best she'll ever have, because that's all she deserves. They'll just say all kinds of negative, nasty things, and it's a way to point the finger while the thumb's looking back at them, So you have to realize that people compare, right? So to compare with others, they see things, when it's negative, okay? They see things within them that they can't be or can't do or whatever. So we need to just ignore those people, say the words return to sender, say the words I call back my energy clean and purified. Dear Lord, protect my energy field. Don't allow people to take my energy and use it for their betterment when they need to work on themselves. Lord, protect my energy. Don't allow negativity to touch my skin. And you claim it as God is going to give it to you if he hasn't already. And so basically when you pray, you can't pray and worry, right? So you have to pray and believe and hope, okay, and start living it. All right, so moving forward, see, we're only 13 minutes in, that's good. I pulled 3 cards out of the messages from the mermaids. The first card is communication. So let me read that to you. Pick up the phone and make that call. There's something you need to communicate, and now's the time to do it. You can see the mermaid communicating with the turtle. This shows that communication can take many forms. It's not only verbal, but can also be telepathic. Animals communicate using colors and frequencies. Perhaps you feel that things were left unsaid in a recent conversation. Sometimes we can get tongue-tied during an honest encounter, and words just won't flow. If this is the case, you can write a letter, an email, or a text. It's vital to articulate things that are important to you, and writing them down is a great way to do this. You can then choose to send the communication to the other person or not. You'll know what to do with it once you've expressed your feelings. Sometimes we don't have the opportunity to express the things we wish to because the other person has passed on. If this is the case, using the method of writing everything down can be cathartic. It could be that someone wishes to communicate with you and you're not giving them the space to do so because you think you won't like what they have to say. If you have an active imagination, things can seem bad when the reality is often less harsh. When we communicate with love and compassion, we can experience miraculous breakthroughs. This mermaid is also saying to you, you could be called to mediate between other people's communication to ensure both sides are heard, and it could be time to consider training or becoming a counselor, or perhaps it could be beneficial for you to see one yourself and get some things off your chest. The next card is Truth. I think someone wants to come in and communicate some truths to you, for you. Admit the truth to yourself. Accepting the truth can set you free and be a joyful experience. Avoiding the truth isn't beneficial. This mermaid looks at you with the eyes of truth and asks you to consider honestly any area of your life that worries you. We know the truth can hurt. We also know that the truth can set us free. When you ask to find out the truth of a situation, it will reveal itself at the perfect time. Are you being totally honest? Maybe you think you're protecting someone by withholding the truth. This is rarely the right thing to do. In most circumstances, it's better to reveal the truth in a loving way so that those involved can work through things together. It's important to acknowledge free will and give others the opportunity to make their own choices based on the truth. This is also freeing on a karmic level. This card also says there could be a secret waiting to be brought to light. Trust your intuition and any hunches you have at this time. Remember, there are usually two or more sides to any story, so it's wise to consider that the truth resides somewhere in the middle. When you live your life in truth, you never need to recall what you've said or done previously because you walk the path of honesty. This card appears in a reading to highlight an area of life where truth will soon reveal itself. Pay close attention to the surrounding cards for extra help. Okay. So this person wants to come in with communication of truth, maybe how he or she feels, and they're holding on to hope that things work out. Maybe both of you are. Hold on to hope. When things feel hopeless, change your outlook to feel hopeful. Trust in the magical flow of life and love. This mermaid can't see the sun shining behind her through the clouds or a vibrant rainbow. She's totally absorbed by her own inner world. All she needs to do is look behind her and she'll see the symbols of hope all around. Can you relate to your situation at this time? While it is important to acknowledge any pain or perhaps fear of the future, combined with the feeling that hope is lost, it's equally important not to harbor these feelings for too long. Release them, knowing in your heart that hope can and will return again. Although it might feel that way, you're not at the mercy of your feelings and external circumstances. Each and every situation can be turned around so that you can recognize and nurture feelings of hope. Simply looking at things from another perspective can literally shine a new light on your life and bring hope to the forefront once again. Try meditating on your blessings and the positive things in your life. Make this a daily habit and you'll soon change your heart and mindset to a hopeful one. If you find yourself thinking hopeless thoughts, imagine them turning into clouds and visualize them floating out of your mind. In your mind's eye, see a beautiful, vibrant rainbow filled with hope beaming into your heart, filling it with vivid colors. The sun is shining and hope is present. You just need to open your heart to the possibilities and miracles that a renewed sense of hope can bring. Okay? So always try to communicate in truth. And always try to stay in the thoughts of being hopeful, not hopeless. Okay? And I'm hopeful I'm going to find my other earring because I've had these earrings for about 6 years. They're angel wings. So I bought them at a little store in Mo'ili, where I used to buy my incense. And darn, I had those for a long time. So I'll have to keep an eye open. Alright, so next we have, let me put these cards up now. The Psychic Tarot. I haven't seen any of these cards. So, first one is Movement, Choices, Decisions. Someone is looking over how they see their life unfolding. There's some sort of movement that he or she wants to make. There's choices that need to be done, right? And decisions that need to be finalized. So we have, to me, this is money, marriage, growth, or spiritual. Like growth would be, I think, I don't know, growth could be anything because it's green. So you would think of the heart for the heart chakra, but then you have the rings, which is pink or red, and that has to do with love too. And then the clouds is spiritual, taking some actions. And then you have the coins. So someone needs to make a choice. Let's see, movement and decisions. That's a 2. This card indicates a time of movement. Significant changes and choices must be made. With hard work, great effort, and determination, you have the ability to juggle all the demands that are in front of you. Okay. It says you have the ability to juggle all the demands in front of you. So this person is now, whoever this is, they have the ability to work on money, work on a marriage, work on self-growth, work on their spiritual healing, possibly. Okay. Whether they concern money, business decisions, or other projects, it's important to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out, God bless you, Tambo, for the best advice and assistance. In addition, a financial union or partnership may present itself to you. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move toward your goals in the physical material world. The changes that are emerging aren't some random acts or coincidences. They are all part of a positive and larger scheme. Notice the connection with everything, as this will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. Okay. The next card is Sacrifice. That's a major arcana. So whoever this is knows that there has to be some sort of sacrifice. Say if it's like a third party, he or she's going to sacrifice you, or they're going to sacrifice the other. Maybe if it's about money, maybe if he or she's coming to you, then they have to sacrifice whatever money that they were accustomed to making, and they have to put in work in a new industry. So they have to be willing to sacrifice one job for another. Like the one job might pay, I don't know, 40, 50,000 a year. And the other job's not going to pay that much because you have to rebuild what you're doing unless you hop into the same industry. Okay, so, and it can turn out to be more over long term depending upon what it is and how you or this person applies it. Powerful achievements are usually born as a result of great sacrifice. This card represents self-sacrifice in a time when you should look around your life to see what needs to be released. By surrendering and letting go, there will be more room to receive. The rewards for this are transformation, wisdom, gratitude, and enlightenment. This card signifies that there's a situation happening or about to occur in your life and you can't control the outcome. This would be a good moment to pause, rest, have patience, reflect, and meditate. It would be wise to stand back so you can learn to look at events with a more understanding, intuitive eye. Try to view people, issues, and problems from a different perspective. If you can achieve this, it will have a profound effect on your soul and your life. The sacrifice card can also symbolize a period of transition and change. The solution you may seek may be slow in coming, for it could be necessary to live into the answers, accept the things that you cannot control, heal, and leave the past behind. Move toward your future and watch for new doors opening and paths that are being shown to you, this is the Hangman. The next is new beginnings. It's a 0. Each and every journey begins with the all-important first step. When this card presents itself in your reading, it's confirming that it's time for you to take a brave leap of faith. But be prepared as you do so. This card represents that a great new adventure is awaiting you. It usually shows up when there's a significant inner change happening within you. By selecting this card, it's a sign that those important choices are needed and are about to be made and should be carefully pondered as you proceed with wisdom, thought, and care. Life is constantly trying to nudge and move you forward. At times it can be daunting when you're faced with a new adventure or direction. Therefore, it calls for inner belief and courage as you take the leap of faith and step into the unknown. During this time, don't be alarmed if you feel lost or even confused. Most people are afraid of change and play it safe by staying where they are. Know that through inner guidance, wisdom, and a belief in yourself, and by tapping into these tools, you'll be propelled forward on a positive, life-changing path. Don't conform to what society or other individuals expect of you at this time. It's your own adventure. During this time, be like an innocent child with fresh eyes and give yourself permission to live, play, love, and above all, laugh. The next card is Disconnect and Boredom. This card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent, and boredom. Feelings of restlessness and impatience surround you. A relationship, project, or situation isn't moving forward fast enough and could be draining you emotionally and energetically. You're longing for change, and although one door may be closing, don't focus all your energy on it, as opportunity will soon knock. A window or another door could quickly open, and if your attention and awareness isn't focused, you could easily miss it. Watch for synchronistic events that bring books, speakers, workshops, and new people into your life. Any of these could possibly hold a message for you. Have faith in divine timing and know that everything changes for a reason. This card acts as a reminder that it's a perfect time to reevaluate and search within your heart and soul for fresh insights. Okay? So someone's turning into the Emperor. Is that you or is that your person? Or maybe that spirit calling you or your person to do this. Okay, maybe it's their inner soul saying, I know who I am. This card represents the masculine qualities of leadership, logic, strength, wisdom, and power. When this card emerges, it acts as a teaching tool, and in doing so, it is encouraging you to develop or reignite these qualities and tap into the masculine aspects of yourself. Other traits also included are good reasoning and problem-solving skills, being grounded and learning to develop strong mental control over free-reigning emotions. Oftentimes, this card appears to symbolize a father figure or an individual of wise authority who may be present in your life. It could be someone of high influence in business or a prudent friend who uses logic and reason to create a positive outcome. Ask yourself whether it's time to take on and emulate similar qualities. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into ideas, plans, and foundations. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. Use the qualities of and character of the authority card so that when you need to make a choice, you approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self-centeredness. The way in which you acquire, handle, and wield power and authority is now being tested. The Emperor. Next we have Triumph. Wow, there's some good cards in here. The power of your soul is pushing and nudging you steadily forward, whether you're setting new goals, developing ideas, or planning a journey. It's essential that it's carefully thought out. When you tap into your inner guidance and balance, it with self-control, hard work, and perseverance, it's likely to manifest a triumphant outcome. It's the time for you to be single-minded and focus on the end goal. Visualize the successful results as if it were happening right now. When you've achieved what you set out to do, your ability to meet other life challenges will be significantly increased. When you try to move forward without balance, direction, or guidance, it's easy to slip off your intended path and be drawn away from your desired goal. Now is not the time to let go and allow the river of life to pull you in its current, as you can so easily lose control. Grab your oars, grip them tightly, and steer carefully toward your highest aim or destination. The Triumph card reminds you that you don't have to be alone with all of life's ups and downs and the challenges that face you. This is a time to tap into the powerful knowledge of others, as well as to use the inner resources that are within you. This is the Chariot card. The third eye chakra, the most talked about. The color is indigo, the sound is Om, the element is light, the gland is pituitary. Keywords I see. This is the most often talked about of all the chakras. The clairvoyance, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center, found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose. It works closely with the throat and crown chakras and will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance the third eye chakra, I recommend that you practice walking, meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra as part of your development, as it's important to remember that they should all be in balance in order to work in unison and harmony. The next, the waiting game. What are you waiting for? Who's waiting? Are they still thinking about things? This card indicates that you've worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of your life, and you're now waiting for the results to come to fruition. The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, you may have been afraid to make decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints, okay? But now you are no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints of old beliefs. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the effort that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you need to show to the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. And the last one, my last reading, I think this was the first card, so now it's the last card. Passion ignited. The first of the spirit cards signifies that this is the time to let your soul soar. New beginnings, ideas, revelations, and exciting adventures await you in your personal or business life. Creative endeavors, enthusiasm, positive energy, and a renewed spiritual strength are at an all-time high. The powerful force of spirit is flowing through you, and with it comes a new sense of purpose. Be all that you can be. Reach inside and tap into that force. Use it to move forward and set up a strong foundation for the future. Other people may feel your excitement and joy and begin to benefit from the spark of life that's emanating from you. They'll wonder, what's your secret? And your energy could even ignite their own spiritual journey. Follow your intuition, but know that this is your time to spread your wings and fly. Okay? So, someone has some choices to make, but it's said that whoever this is can balance all. So they're not having a problem balancing all the choices. So this is someone that's really strong, right? He or she knows how to handle money. They know what's right in a relationship. They know how to make things grow. They work on their spiritual growth, who they are spiritually. They know that through sacrifice, you give up one to get another. Could be people, place, or things, right? Put it where it belongs. A sacrifice. Are you going to sacrifice yourself to make other people happy? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to be that person, but they're called martyrs. I know, because I was one. Okay? Anyways, learn to choose yourself first, and then you can choose people, places, and things. Okay? There's going to be a new beginning. Is someone coming towards you, or are you going towards them? Is this a people sacrifice? Is this a whatever? Okay. Someone's having a new beginning. Okay. Someone realizes where they're at currently. They're discontent. They're bored. They're trying to make it work. They're trying to make it grow. They're trying to water it. They're trying to nurture it. And this person's not having any success there. So he or she, I would say it's a he because it's a man. He knows that he needs to boss up and take control of his own life and make his own decisions and choose him first. And he knows he's going to have triumph because maybe he's like a stubborn person, right? Maybe he's a committed person. When he decides he's going to go for something, he goes for it like, he doesn't like dip his toes in the water, right? He just dives in. Okay, maybe his third eye chakra is open, and he's understanding the waiting game, and he's understanding that maybe he's been wasting time. So he's looking for you. You ignite his passion, whoever you are. Okay? So I pulled some cards, which I have not seen, out of the Tattoo Tarot, and I want to see if any of them resonate. But before we do that, Okay. Okay. Against all odds, God will pull you through when you have a pure heart and pure intentions. True forgiveness, acceptance of authentic apology, and proud of your person coming clean. Success comes in many forms. Recognize what God has given you. And if everyone cared is the song by Nickelback. All right, so first card we have is the Three of Cups. Someone wants to celebrate. Sometimes I see this as a third party. Sometimes I see this as just a celebration. Sometimes I see it as, Spirit puts a little cup right there. And you have your cup and your person has their cup. And if it gets a little empty, then, Spirit puts them there so you guys never feel empty. Okay, that's the way I look at that. So it's either third party, it's a celebration, or it's Spirit putting a small cup of love to help keep you guys filled up. Okay. Six of Wands is a success. It's a triumph. It's like winning a battle, right? The Two of Swords. Someone's going to come and tell you that they thought that they were choosing right for whatever reason, and they realized that they made a huge mistake. They're going to communicate that to you. And they're sorry that they didn't stick up for you when people talked about you. Sometimes they engaged in it. Sometimes they laughed at you. Sometimes they actually hated you. Maybe they were cheaters. Maybe they were liars. Maybe they were thieves. Maybe they were dishonest, totally dishonest. The thing is about the Nine of Swords is you are a strong person. And Spirit probably kept you out of a lot of that you don't really, really, really know. Your test is when your person comes to you and tells you all these horrible things that he or she, I say he because it was the authority card, right? That's the divine masculine. If he comes in and tells you, look, I had my ego up and you rejected me and I ran to the first person who would take me in, and I told lies about you to get them going, to make you feel less, to hurt you because you hurt me. I wasn't strong enough to come and talk to you and tell you how I really feel, and not only did I hurt you, I hurt myself. Had I just trusted that I could ever be good enough for you, I know I should have came to you. I know I should have just spoke to you directly. I know I should have stuck up for you. I saw you down and out, and I know I should have reached a hand up to help you up. And you both are really gonna probably cry a lot. You're both gonna feel each other's pain. And he's going to be so worried that he's telling you everything. And he's hoping that you'll say, I accept your apology and thank you so much for telling me the whole truth. And then he's going to ask you, but will you accept me? I want only you. Will you forgive me? I've always only wanted you. I didn't know how to show it. I thought this cat and mouse game was what everybody did. But you were the one and only that never did it with me. You just cut me off. I've always gotten my way. And you made me realize that it takes more to be a man than that, playing these games. And you walked out of my life. And I always felt you would come back. Energetically, you told me you would be coming back. But you never made it back. And then you need to decide, will you accept his apology? Will you understand that it took a lot for anybody to come and tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Knowing that, you know, if he's expressing, I've always loved you, and when you didn't chase me, when you just cut me off like that, it really broke my heart. I knew you were the one. And I shouldn't have played you like that. I'm asking for a new beginning with you. I'm asking you to forgive me. Because through it all, you've always been there for me. You let me go so I could live more life. It's almost as if you always knew the outcome. And he's going to tell you that he loves you. He's always loved you. He just couldn't articulate the words. Will you forgive him? The Queen of Swords, she looks pretty mean. She looks pretty pissed off. But a Queen of Swords appreciates the truth. If she's truly on the right side of God. She's got her guard up. And here's this younger guy coming to talk to her. They're a match as far as being in the same suit. But he's apparently younger. Right? Younger or less mature. So, remember, if everyone cared, there wouldn't be anybody hurting. You know, if everybody cared about the status of the world, our resources, our water, our pollution, our land, if we cared about other things than greed, the whole world is surrounded by greed. There's nothing wrong with making a good living. There's nothing wrong with being able to provide for your family. There's nothing wrong with becoming successful in whatever you do. But when you reach your highest point, well, you don't even have to reach your highest point. You can set a goal, like you could have a 5-year goal and a 10-year goal and a 20-year goal. And you know, when you reach each goal, you can commit to give a certain percentage back to the community. You know, or you might be starting a foundation of some sort, something to help keep the world cleaner, you know, by cleaning projects, or becoming, you know, one of those people that talk over there at Congress about how we're raping and pillaging the lands out of all the resources. You know, maybe you want to do something like that. Maybe it's not about the land, which is very important, right, for future generations. Maybe you want to be a tarot card reader, you know. Maybe you want to be one of those adventure people who jump out of planes and videotape it and do a little YouTube about all the different adventures you do, you know, and make it, that's your life, right? Maybe you want to travel around in a van and go from place to place and try different foods and see what the culture's like. You know, there's many people who are, they may be too old to travel, you know, or they may have traveled in their younger days and they want to reminisce about days in the Philippines or days in Hawaii or days in the Bahamas or days in South America, wherever it is. You know, you can be traveling the world. You know, whatever you need when you open yourself up to Spirit and ask Spirit to come into your soul, into your house, into your life. He sees that you get what you need to do the work that you want to do, and you have to just put in the work and pray and be thankful and be loving to strangers wherever you go, and just to show love. God is rewarding those who do that. Anyways, we are under an hour, which is really good. Later, after this one downloads, I think I'm going to try to do another reading for each sign, each fire sign, you know, like fire sign, water, air, and then earth, something like that. So I want to say thank you all for everything. Without you, there's no need for me to be here. So thank you so much for being a huge part of my journey. And thank God that we were able to come together. And there's 2 things I'll need to tell you. Without you, there's no need for me to be here. And if no one has told you today that you are loved, I love you. See you on the next one. Bye.